Hello everybody and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. And in today's episode, we continue our way through Astral Sorcery and finally make ourselves our solar neutron activator. Damn, this took a long time since we had to wait for like a solar eclipse and everything. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we're going to be continuing with our Astral Sorcery. You might have just clipped it right there. A solar eclipse just happened. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because for what we're doing today, we are going to need a solar eclipse. Right now would be the perfect time if I had some of the observatory lenses made and had the observatory made, but unfortunately we don't. So I need to wait 36 days for another solar eclipse to happen. And according to this, it happened on day 2200. So we need to wait till day 2236 before the next solar eclipse. And when that happens, by then we should have our observatory made, which then will allow us to view this constellation right here. If we had the observatory right now, you could view this constellation. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because you can only see that constellation in the observatory after a solar eclipse. And it is called, if I go to here, because I'm terrible at pronouncing these names apparently, the Horologorium. Gorium? I don't know. Yeah, apparently I am pronouncing some of the constellation names wrong, which you did mention down in the comments, because I was talking about how I looked up the pronunciation of the Vasir, like stuff here, the Blood Vasir. So you appreciated that, but apparently, it turns out I'm calling some of the constellation wrong, and I know one of them I'm definitely calling wrong, which is this one down here, Amara. I was calling it Arma, but I know it's pronounced Amara. There's probably a few more I'm pronouncing wrong, but I'll try my best to pronounce them as best as I can. But yeah, so we just had a solar eclipse now. I've been waiting ages for one to happen, and because of that, I haven't really been uploading as much, because I've been kind of busy, and I apologize for that. It's been nearly a week. Actually, it's been a week since I uploaded last, so I apologize. But anyway, we're going to be back onto it now, and hopefully after today, once we get the observatory done and our solar neutron activators made, next episode we'll be able to fly into Mekanism and get working on getting the reactor set up, all of the polonium into plutonium, antimatter, and everything going. And from there, we'll be able to start working on the endgame stuff, because I'm pretty sure after that, we're ready to start working all on the big machines, the Gaia reactor, solar neutron activated deuterium plant, and maybe even get ourselves the Wicked Altar set up. I actually wanted to do that one ages ago, and I just never did. So yeah, we're definitely going to be setting that up now soon. But yeah, so the solar eclipse just happened. Now we have to wait 36 days for another one to happen. But before then, we might as well start working on upgrading everything here. Because we have a look now. If we come over to this guy here, it doesn't show anything yet because it's still turning nighttime. But I have laid out all the ingredients here to make 16 observatory lenses. And I do not have enough starlight being produced. I thought I would, but it turns out I do not. Now, we can make our own collector crystal, but the issue with that is, if it's too close to another crystal, it will start cannibalizing its own starlight, and it won't work. And if we have a look down here, like it says in the book that it is 8 blocks in between, but where on the wiki it says 16. So I don't know which one to believe, and I just realized my map is not turned on. Yeah, it's still having that issue every time I reload the world or whatever, my map just doesn't turn on. But anyway, should be dark enough now to be able to see the starlight. As you can see, yeah, we nearly need a full iridescent altar full of starlight. And we're only producing a little bit under half, I believe. Which is nowhere near enough, and there's two reasons for that. Well, we don't actually have a proper collector crystal hooked up, and I don't think we have enough of these astral relays. I'm sure we could probably hook on like 2 more or 4 more in the corners here. And as well, this crystal should be glowing like brightly, but as you can see, like he's not going to glow because he hasn't got access to the sky, because of course our altar's right above it. So that ain't going to necessarily work. So what we're going to do is build ourselves our collector crystal so it has access to the sky, and we're going to put it where the little light is right here. Because I counted, and this block right here, the little light, should be the 9th block above the collector crystal down here, if we have a look. So we have like 1, 2, and we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this block here is number 8, and then this one here is number 9. So this is the 9th block up. So there should be at least 1 block either way between the 2 collector crystals once I put them down. That's what according to the book says. But according to the wiki, it says 16. So I don't know which one to believe. The wiki is like slightly out of date. But I'm going to go with the book and hope that one's right. If not, we might need to move this altar around. I have a feeling we might need to do some adjustments here. And I'm actually thinking of doing something completely different over here. Since we need to make the automated iridescent altar now in the future, I believe we should build ourselves a massive tower right here. Maybe reorganize the paths or something like that. So like cut off the path here and center it maybe here. And build ourselves a massive tower going all the way up to like higher than the slime island. And since it'll be so high, it'll have more starlight production and we'll be able to fit everything up there. So I want room for the iridescent altar, our attunement altar. I want a couple of celestial crystals because I believe once we make this automated iridescent altar, we're going to need a lot of starlight production. And I don't think just having a collector crystal there is going to be enough, as well as all the relays. So we have other options. If we look in here now and go to collector crystal, there is these enhanced celestial collector crystals, which use, like if you fill the empty space down here, like with liquid starlight, this collector crystal will absorb the liquid starlight and produce a lot more starlight than a regular collector crystal would. But there's a little drawback. It will not produce as much as long as the constellation you attuned it to is in the sky. But when it's not in the sky, it will produce greatly more. I don't even know the word I'm saying. It says here, while the collector crystal won't provide as much starlight when the constellation is in the sky, it will provide much more when the constellation is not in the sky. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what we're going to aim at and try and get one of those built after we build a big tower. So I'm probably going to do a stream now in the next few days and try and build this tower before we get into the solar neutron or the automated iridescent altar. Now I cannot speak today. I must be tired. But yeah, so we might have to move this altar from here to here if the collector crystals start cannibalizing. So that'll be well out of 16 blocks. And we'll have to move this guy from here to here. And actually, you're not working at the moment. So I need to replace you for you to activate. Oops, misplaced. You go here. Constellation's in the sky. Or unless it's actually missing a... actually, oh wait, no, you were the Lucernia one. So you're actually not in the sky right now. So yeah, that's why you're not glowing. Yeah, like we have to make... There's one thing I forgot to make actually for all the ingredients in here. I have a VCO crystal here. But we need 16... of those crystals set up. So we're probably going to have to like attune a bunch more. But I don't know, should I do it now or after? Because there's actually a few things I need to craft in here now. And that is making the constellation paper for the hologorium. Is it Horologorium? Horologorium. I'm going to start saying that. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Holologorium. And we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we need to start making that constellation paper and make ourselves our collector crystal. So let's take everything out of this thing right here and put it all in here. And oh yeah, that's actually another thing. There's a few things I have done since last episode and I can't necessarily remember because it's been a while since I've been on the world. But I think over here you did mention about this thing right here. Remember how I set up all the block breakers, breaking all the crystals once they grow? Turns out you don't need that. How are we doing on our will? Ooh, we're quite low. We're going to have to go fill that up. Turns out, like, I had the automated collector crystal, like, harvester ritual set up, but that wasn't necessarily working. That was causing issues where, even though these ones grew, or actually, no, I had this one set up. I thought it will allow this guy to grow fully, and then harvest these guys once they're done. No, it just kept harvesting this one. Then you mentioned, like, it should work. So maybe I thought, oh, I have to leave these grow. So I let them grow. So they had a few spires themselves on it, activated the ritual, still harvested the top one. So it didn't allow it to grow to this point. So what did I do then? Apparently, you mentioned I could go lower. This thing has a certain range. So if I just go 1 block lower than the top crystal here, it will allow this guy to grow fully and only harvest these guys. So that's what I did. So the master ritual, I think, is about 6 blocks below it. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so the crystal is on block number 6 above the Master Ritual Stone. So yeah, if you just come down a total of 7 including this one here. So as long as this one's on number 6 on top of the Master Ritual Stone, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that way it'll harvest just these guys and won't touch the top crystal, allowing this guy to grow infinitely. And if we look up will, we nearly have a stack of each, which is amazing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else except for the fact that I actually have all of the ingredients over here laid out ready to go and make ourselves our observatory. So I have the mechanical crafters, everything set up over here. All I need to do is put in the 4 observatory lenses and off it goes. So yeah, enough talking. Let's actually get to work and start working on everything. So if we have a look in here, since we're making our own collector crystal, we go back and go to collector. Collector crystal is made like this. So we need 4 stardust, 4 resonating gems, and 4 illumination powder. So at Astral, so we need 4 stardust, 4 illumination powder, and 4 resonating gems, and then we need a rock crystal attuned to whatever one we want. So which one should we go with? I don't think I have any rock crystals attuned at the moment. So if we just grab a random one here, grab out some relays. I only have 1 relay here. I'm going to have to make myself a bunch more of them. But if we break all these up now, do we have time? Ooh, we might be... Yeah, we're out of time. I'm going to have to go sleep in my hammock again and wait. But I want to set up the Amara one here. So Amara, there we go. And put down all of the things for this guy here. Do I have enough? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, require 7. But it is too bright now for it to work. So I'm going to have to go sleep in my sleeping bag and a hammock, turn it nighttime again, and then from there we can attune all of our crystals. The other thing I want to do is set up starlight production. So, or liquid starlight. So I want to set up automation for that. So get some liquid starlight wells going and get like a XNet controller set up to input the aquamarines and export out liquid starlight. Just so we have a big build-up of it and we won't have to worry about it. And the other thing I was thinking about storing it all, I was thinking of filling the entire tower with it. As in, like, I put a dynamic tank going the whole way up the length of the tower, and from in there we can store all of the liquid starlight and we won't have to worry about storage for it all because we'll have so much space for it, which would be cool. So we're probably going to have to, like, look up pictures and whatever and mark out an area. I don't know what's going to happen to this crystal down here, whether or not we're just going to completely ignore it now and forget it's there, because the whole point of building this altar here was to access this crystal, but it doesn't seem like we'll be able to do that much. Alright, the ritual is now activated, so we just get a rock crystal and just chuck it in, like so. That will just start to attune. If we come over here, we can start laying out the other ingredients now. So think it was 4 stardust in the corners, illumination powder here, here, and here. And then resonating gems here and here. And then once we get our crystal, which, damn, look at that. It looks beautiful. There we go. We got ourselves our crystal. So if we come in here, put this in there, collect the crystal, just grab out our resonating wand here, activate the ritual, and it should craft it for us now. And we can see. So I should be able to put this here. Once the crystal is made, I can put it down where that is. And boom. Now, do we have any... Apparently, there's meant to be white lightning if it's cannibalizing each other. I don't see any. Let's link it to the altar now and see if anything else happens then. So, linking tool, which is this dude. Like you to you. Oh, yep, yeah, you can see it. There's white lightning now, and that's causing cannibalization, which is not going to allow the altar to work at full capacity. So, we have to move it, and... It doesn't matter if we go any higher. I don't actually think this thing can go any higher. But anyway, we need to move this altar now. Now, I would say that would be an absolute pain. But since we have the copy-paste gadget, we should be able to select this entire altar and literally just paste it right here and not have to worry about it. Meaning, I need to dig this guy up first. So let me quickly dig this guy up and then we can copy and paste this guy here. And then we'll have to rebuild this guy over there. So yeah, give me a second to do that. Okay, apparently I already have the iridescent altar selected on this dude, but I need to change him. So reset, hold G, copy mode, and if I just shift right click, should be able to, there we go, clear. There we go. So I should be able to select here, which is our first position. And if we come over here, I'd say about here is where the dirt should go. And that should be the same height as all that. So if we shift right click, there you can see the entire area here has been selected. So if we change this thing to paste mode now, we can actually see it. It's currently anchored. So if I just G, change the anchor mode, and now press anchor again, is everything in the right spot? It looks like it. Is it still center as before? Yes, it is. So before I can paste this entire thing, I need to tear down this altar so I can actually get the materials for it and then paste it down. So let me just dig up this entire thing and get ready to paste it right here. Okay, everything's been dug up. So I should literally be able to place this. Doesn't say anything's missing. And boom, the entire thing is placed now. So I can get rid of this dude. All right, perfect. So all the other ingredients left in my bag now are to rebuild the attunement altar. So just remove this dirt and fill in the empty spaces right here. This is only temporary. We will eventually be moving this, like I said, up to a tall tower. But for now, this thing has to go over here to be able to work. So if we fill this in, everything should be still the same. So if I grab out my astral relays, the lenses, the attunement altar, or not the attunement altar, the iridescent altar, there it is, and the telescope, why not? And the collector crystal. All right, perfect. So we put this in the center here and put one of these in on top of every black square here. And then just give it back its lenses. There we go. And this thing should be ready to go. All I have to do now is just put back down the collector crystal right here. Break the dirt. Grab out my linking tool and link it to the altar. And yeah, it actually has a little bit of starlight now because this thing is generating it and providing the altar with it. Now, this one right here, I'm going to clear. Oh, must be crafting more ferment. Yeah, the second this thing got exposed, you can see all the little beams of light coming off it now. And because that happened, it actually started transmuting all of the ferment here faster into star metal, which we actually have quite a lot. So maybe I might put it on pause for a bit. But yeah, now what we need to do is dig out this square here, put back the attunement altar, because now we need to attune ourselves 16 crystals to be able to make this guy. The attunement celestial crystals in here, I need to attune 16 of them. I already have one, so 15. That's going to take a while. And there are celestial crystals as well. So that's also another thing. We're going to have to set up the liquid starlight production now and craft ourselves a bunch of them. Now, where do I put the crystals now to be made? I guess I could do it over here. If I dig out like a spot right here, I could do it and then put the liquid starlight production at the back of the altar over here out of the way. And I guess, yeah, that would work perfectly fine here. So if I just dug out like this and I just filled all those empty squares there with liquid starlight, put the stardust and a rock crystal in, it should craft us all of our celestial crystals. And then from there, we'll be able to make all of the attuned crystals. So what I'm going to do now is rebuild the attunement altar right here and then start working on gathering all the materials we need, because we're going to need a few more materials if we're going to make ourselves some light wells. As you can see, we need runes of winter, and I don't think I have any runes of winter lying around. I have 4, and I want to set up like 9 of them, so I need to craft myself another like 4 of these guys. So yeah, it's going to take a minute, and I'm probably going to need to make more relays and lenses, so I'm going to craft all that now as well. Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. So I have the attunement altar built, and I added 4 more relays on the corner of each one of these guys. And let me just put this thing back away in here, and I've got the 9 light wells now. So with that, we should be able to go ahead and start automating this. So I need a controller from XNet. So controller, don't have anyone made, so I need to make one. So autocraft me that. So controller, and then some connector. So connector. Craft me like 10 of them. There we go. And a chest. Just a regular oak chest will do. And you know what? I'm also going to need some sort of tank. Now, I think at the moment we are using just this tank right here. You know what? This probably will be big enough to hold what we want. So if we come down here, so if we just clear a bit of a spot down here, this should be well deep enough. And I lay out all of these guys like this. Okay. Come down here again, and all I have to do now is connectors, connect the whole thing from underneath, like so. And I think then I'm going to put the controller here, connector on top, and actually I'm going to need one more connector. Okay, do I actually need any cable? No, I'll be okay without cable. And a connector will go there for the chest. Okay, so all I need now is an ender cell. So ender cell, perfect. So put this down right here to give the controller some power. And clear this out. All right, now what we can do is each one of these light wells are going to be a item network. So xnet item create, and this is going to be an insert. So we're going to copy this connector to the clipboard, and then I'm just going to control V every single one of these guys. Okay, so that's going to allow items to be inputted into the light well. Now, where I'm going to paste this one again, but this time we're going to extract from the chest. Okay, we're going to create a new channel now. And this channel is going to be xnet fluid create. And I forgot, actually, I need to put the tank here and another connector. I think I have one. That's the blue connector there. Perfect. So that connector will go there, and that will be all of our liquid starlight. Actually, I might actually move him up to the surface here so I can access it easier, so we can actually like access it whenever we need. So I put it right there and come back down here like so. Put a connector here. There we go. So this one is going to be an extract. So I'm going to control C this connector, or just click copy this connector to the clipboard, and then control V in every single one of these guys. Like so. Then we get to the tank, we're going to control V, but this time we're going to insert. Okay? And that's it. We don't need to do anything else. So all I need now is some aquamarines. I have 500 of them. I don't know if there's any easy way of gathering these guys, apart from making the aquamarine shale. Now, we could probably find it by using an ore laser drill, so I might set up a bunch of them now in the future, when we start to upgrade our resource production after we probably made our tier 4B apiary. There's also another thing here, liquid interaction, something to do with a chalice and lava, holding liquid starlight and lava. I don't know how this works. I might have to look up how this works, but if there's a way to do it easy, we might be able to turn it into liquid shale. 2% chance, so I don't know how that works, but if we just put, I don't know, actually, that's probably too much in there. Leave that amount in there. So we hold on to like 200 ourselves. Now what's happening is if we break this and come up to the surface, all of the aquamarines are being placed inside the liquid wells because you can only, for some reason, access it from underneath unless you right click it. So if you had like an activator, yeah, you could probably put it on. But if you're trying to pump the items in, you can only do it through the bottom, which is why we used xnet. So we can access the items in from the bottom and pull the fluids out from the bottom at the same time. So since we don't actually have to be down here anymore, we can just fill in the entire thing with dirt and forget about it, pretty much. I might come back later and get facades and fill in the other gaps, but for now, this is fine. And if I have to, I can access the chest from here. So it's fine. And, oh look, we got ourselves a flare. Hello. Alright, let's actually have a look. Damn, look how much more starlight we have just without doing that. And I actually have the other collector crystal hooked up. But if we allow it to have access to the sky, how much does it produce now? More than enough. We can produce enough now. So since we have the attunement altar set up now, and we are producing our liquid starlight now, let's get to work on making our celestial crystals. So since we already have one, we can look at stardust here and rock crystals. So how many should we have? Well, we already have one, so we need to take out 15 crystals here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's all 15. Now, I don't think there's probably enough spots right here. I probably need to dig out a few more spots like that. And then what I need to do then is grab a bucket. We'll grab out a bucket here and fill each one of these holes with liquid starlight. Now, how much have we produced over here? 11 buckets. So there's probably more than enough by the time I start filling in all these holes. Okay, it turns out I actually only have 14 holes right here, so I need one more. I guess I'll just put it here for now. But there we go. So what we need to do is in each one, make sure I don't accidentally right click. I need to throw a stardust in every single one of these pools that have liquid starlight in it. And I think I just picked up that one. It's hard to see if you've actually got it in there or not. I got one in here? Couldn't tell. Okay, hang on, let me restart so I know which one I'm working with here. There we go. And now, if I grab out the rock crystal and chuck it in, after a few moments, they should turn into proper crystals of celestial. And then from there, we'd have to let them grow. And then after they've grown, we can pretty much harvest them and then attune them to whatever constellation we want. And we're using Amara. So that in there, and last one in here. As you can see, some of them are already transforming into the crystals. And since I have like 53 hours of time in my bottle, I'm just going to speed everything up here. I don't want to wait all day. What day are we on right now? We're on... Okay, it's only been 3 days since the constant solar eclipse. So yeah, after I make all of these observatory lenses, I'm just going to have to keep sleeping and wait for it to turn to day 2236. So yeah, it's going to speed every single one of these guys up. And then we can attune them all. I'll probably have to sleep again because it is, well, morning now. So yeah. Alright, just finishing up all these guys. Apparently you can just chuck them onto the altar and you can actually speed it up. So I've sped every single one of these guys up, and yeah, there we go. All of the crystals are done, and I think we're ready to go. Oh my god, look how many flares to spawn. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flares flying around. Damn, that looks pretty. Anyway, now it's time to take out all of the ingredients here again and lay them back into the altar here. So I think runes of Shadow Steel, I think, go here. Okay. I think resonating gems go around the center here. Where's the push lenses? There they are. They go all here. And in the center then is the... I think actually... No, wait. No, they don't go there. Where does the Stardust go? I think the runes of air go here. Does the actual Stardust go anywhere? Or do I just need half a stack of it? Oh, I think I just need half the stack of it. So here's all the ingredients now. Put time in the bottle away. Put the Akashic Tome away. Hold on to you. Put you in here. And I don't need a bucket anymore. But let's take out all of our crystals here now. Put one in the center and... Oh yeah, we have to go over here and just quickly break this guy. Just to allow him access to the sky. And it is literally the middle of the night. So yeah, it's ready to go. Perfect. So all I have to do now is just activate the ritual or the crafting table. Then after a couple of seconds, it will make like a little sound. A little like ha kind of sound. And you can see now there's a yellow beam coming out, pointing at this guy for us to put an illumination powder in. A noctral powder here. Another illumination powder here. It's like 4 illumination powder, 2 noctral and 2 stardust. So there we go. Another illumination. And noctral powder. Noctral powder is really hard to see. And that guy here. And stardust there. And that's pretty much it. Everything is done. And after a couple of seconds, we should get our first observatory lens. There we go. Observatory lens. Now, I need 3 more of them to make the observatory. And then I'm going to need a bunch more for the solar neutron activator. And then even more for the stellar neutron activator mana input ports. So yeah, that's going to take a bit of time. And I'm not going to spend the entire time recording me doing it. So I'll be back once I have crafted all of them. And then we can wait for the solar eclipse and capture ourselves that constellation and make our solar neutron activator. Alright, there we go. The final piece has been added. So, we should get ourselves 16 observatory lenses now. And I actually had to sleep a couple of nights away because for some reason, it just stopped producing enough starlight. I don't know if it had something to do with the fact the constellation wasn't in the sky. But yeah, it literally stopped like a pixel before the end. And I literally waited until like where the moon is right now. And it still didn't do enough. So I had to go sleep. And after I slept, it worked again. So I don't know what that was about. But anyway, we're done that now. The only thing I want to craft right now is this guy here. So I want to craft myself this constellation paper for the hologorium. Horologorium? I think it's horologorium. I'm going to say that. But if we just need to put down these ingredients here just to craft it now. So a diamond. Make sure to accidentally throw the ender pearl. Okay, and then a clock. The clock goes here. And that should give us the constellation paper, which then we can add into our book. And then once we get to day 2236, I think it's only 2208, we'll be able to then go ahead, find that constellation in the sky, craft ourselves our solar neutron activators, and then, yeah, next episode we'll be able to get started with mechanism reactors properly. So, what I'm going to do now is sleep a bunch of times, and yeah, wait until the solar eclipse, and then we can find this guy and craft it. So, I guess I'll be back once the solar eclipse is happening. You know what, just before we go quickly to wait, let's go make ourselves our observatory. I almost forgot about that. So over here then, if we just add in the 4 lenses here now, it should just craft us our observatory. Observatory, not observatory. There we go, observatory. Now with this guy, we'll be able to find all of the dim constellations that are in the sky, and I don't actually know where I want to put it just yet. We'll probably build an area on top of our platform once we build a big tower, but I guess for now we can just stick it like right here. Here will do perfect. And now you just use your mouse and you just move around. And when you know you found a constellation is when, yeah, you can see it here. Do you see how the stars are like overlapping the stars in the background here? And they move differently to the ones in the background then as well. So you can see there's 2 constellations right here. And there's like another one here. There's probably another one. Yep, there's another one here. This looks like a book one. But unfortunately, I can't map them out. If you did have the constellation paper, you can hold shift, which brings up your cursor. And then you can map out the constellations. This constellation's this guy here, but unfortunately I don't have that paper, so I can't map it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait until the solar eclipse happens, find the hologorium, and then from there we'll be able to go straight into Mekanism next episode. So I'll be back once there's a solar eclipse and we can find a constellation. Okay, it's finally happening. The solar eclipse is happening now, and I was on my way of gathering up a couple of materials that we're going to now need to make ourselves the solar neutron activators, and I completely forgot we actually need insenium dust, so I had to pop to the nether just quickly before it happened. Yes, there we go. So I just need 2 insenium dust and endstone dust. Okay, there we go, crushed endstone. I think I just need 2 of them. So I already made myself the solar panels. So I have nearly everything laid out in the altar right here. So we have the observatory lenses and the niotic solar panels. But the thing is, I need to kind of work quickly because now that it's going to turn nighttime, I needed to, unless it means you can, nah, it says the night after a solar eclipse. Yeah, it's still way too bright to be able to see one, even though it is getting dark now. I need to set back up the attunement altar here. So attunement altar ready. And what I need to do then is break all of these. Okay. And how many points does this constellation have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have plenty. It doesn't seem we can lay it out until after we've learned it, or unless it's technically not dark enough for it to work. But anyway, I don't know if I want to sleep to try and skip it to nighttime. I don't know if that's going to work. I might just wait for it to turn nighttime because you can see it's pitch black right now. It's counted as nighttime. Now it's starting to get bright again and still can't see anything. So I have to wait for it to turn nighttime now. Wow, the sky is really dark. Okay, you can slightly start seeing it getting brighter. But yeah, so I have to wait for it to turn nighttime, find a constellation that's on this paper, and then use the attunement altar, attune a crystal. It doesn't necessarily say what crystal it has to be, but I'm going to use a celestial crystal. Do I have a celestial crystal that I can attune? I do. Okay. So we should be ready to go. And everything else in here, I just finished grabbing the rest of the ingredients now. So we need 2 elite circuits, enderium plates, and HDPE sheets. HDPE sheets, enderium. So enderium plates and a advanced machine frame in it. Advanced. Okay, plenty of them. And elite. Yeah, okay. We should have everything else now. So 2 of them. 1 of them, 2 of these, and that. Anything else that's supposed to go here? Nope, it's literally now just wait for it to turn nighttime. It actually says we can insert all the ingredients. Okay, yeah, everything's correct. All we need to do now is make ourselves the attuned crystal, attune the altar, and yeah, I don't know like how well this constellation works if it's not in the sky. I don't know if it only works after a solar eclipse. So we could be lucky and get it all done now during the night, or we might screw up and have to wait another 36 days. We'll see. I just need to wait for it to turn dark enough, so I'll be back once the sun has set. Alright, it's turned nighttime now, so this is where we need to move. Let's see if we can find this constellation now. I've never seen this one before, so that's not it. That's it there. Okay, so with this constellation now, so... oh, it's not dark enough to map it out just yet, but that's it right there. After we map this out, we'll have it in our book, and then from in our book, we'll be able to then use the attunement altar. Okay, is this seriously not dark enough? How is it not dark enough? Right, faster. Where'd it go? I'm after losing it. There it is. Dark enough now? Yes, it is. Okay, so this one, there, to there, to there, to there. There we go. We have unlocked it. So, if we hold this in our offhand now, the attunement altar will light up. Now we just need to mark it out. Ooh, there's actually little purple effects inside the little lights now. Oh, wait, this actually might look cool. Here, let's get ready. Let's see what this one looks like, because this is a different color than everything else. Oh my god, the purple. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh, Astral Sorcery is like one of my favorite mods now, just for, in terms of like its effects and design. It's beautiful. But there we go, the constellation is laid out. So if we put it inside the altar here, this guy's ready to go. Okay, so similar as before, break this so it has access to the sky, so it should get enough starlight now. Yes, it does, and all we have to do now is just activate it pretty much. So wand out, grab out the ingredients, and let's go. So this will make us 2 solar neutron activators, then which we can use now next episode alongside of our fission reactor to be able to make ourselves polonium. And now if we make polonium, we can get antimatter, and then from there we can start making the ultimate circuits from Mekanism and start getting into endgame stuff. So Insenium go there, and Stardust go here. Oh my, oh okay, I was standing in the light. It looks so bright. Where's that? This one is Endstone Dust. And last but not least, Insenium right here. Look at it going along the edge here. That's beautiful. So bright. There we go. We have finally got ourselves our solar neutron activators. Now because of that, we're pretty much done with Astral Sorcery for now, I think. But yeah, what actually does this constellation do? I know it had something to do with space and time. Apparently it says we have no information. Maybe I have to put it in the book for it to actually appear. But look at the constellations. This constellation shifts in time, only showing during significant astral occurrences. Its light twists time, accelerating things they shine upon. Ritual. Accelerates all mechanical and This ritual accelerates all things mechanical and ticking, with nearby tile entities ticking their own clock at an increased rate through the blocks affected. Through the blocks affected may take some time for the light to find them. Wait. This thing works as like a tick accelerator, like my time in a bottle? If I was to set up like a ritual, I could probably accelerate something? What would I even accelerate? Would I accelerate like my machines? It says there is like a corruption version of it where it will put things in stasis, if you read there. Nearby creatures and blocks are held in stasis as if frozen in time. Refraction table. The constellation saturates potions to grant increased movement speed, haste, and greatly increased luck. Enchanted weapons tend to find much more loot in slain foes, and tools may bring great fortune to their user. So it's like fortune, speed, digging speed, and luck. Or looting. Enchanted tools and weapons may find themselves faster to reuse. Helmets may improve perk XP gain, and armor may improve effects of perks. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. But not that we necessarily need it anymore. Can we actually see the constellation in the sky? Oh, actually, I think this constellation is so dim, you actually cannot see it in the sky. It's literally that dim. Unless I think I see something behind this thing over there. Oh no, that's it. It's sideways though. But that's it over there. Okay, so you can see it during the night. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see it anymore because like it has no other options. So the fact that now we have it, that's pretty much it. We've gotten ourselves everything we kind of need from Astral Sorcery. And because of that now, we can go straight into Mekanism now next episode and start working on reactors. Let me just double check there is nothing going to just magically appear that's going to cause us any issues. Liquid concrete, polonium pellets, fluoride dust. Fluoride dust, easy enough. Polonium, nuclear waste, fissile fuel. Fissile fuel comes from uranium hexafluoride, uranium oxide. That just comes from... Okay. Sulfuric acid, sulfur trioxide, off. Yeah, that looks all okay. And the amount of sulfur we have in here will keep us going for a long, long time. Actually, where is all the sulfur? Oh, there it is, nearly 200k sulfur. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.